I'll be there in a second. I'm coming around. I'm coming on around. Just want to make sure I got good audio and good visual, fellas. Tap in if I do. Let me know. All right, here I come. Hold on. Here I come, guys. Here I come. Let's make sure we're all good. Oh. JP, they are slow, my brother. They're definitely slow. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yeah, I ain't been here in a while, but welcome back. Audio, visual. Tap in again. Yes, sir. AJ Almighty, what's happening? GMC Sierra 2 Daytona. I am going. I will be there Thursday evening sometime. I gotta go to work. I gotta go make some money. Yeah, I gotta pay for my trip. I know I got a lot of questions to answer. I know people haven't seen and heard from me in a little bit, you know. Yeah, we're gonna get it in a second. Let's see. So I might be looking off to the side to check the phone, guys. Daytona 2024. A lot of guys are already there. I will be there. And I'm glad I'm not there now because the weather just looks really, really bad. Yeah, the weather looks bad up there, and it's supposed to be bad up until Thursday, and that's when I'm getting there. So I'm right on time. I'm right on time. It's not a V-Star. It's a Sportster. I know they probably can see the little sporty in the back. Hopefully everything irons itself out. And we're going to get to questions and answers, man. Questions and answers. I feel like talking tonight. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure. Jason Kimball, what's up, man? Westside 68, what's going on? Let me get this camera over here. I can't do it over there. Daytona is a hit or miss. Yeah, Daytona should clear up Thursday, guys. From what I understand, I'm just reading weather report like everybody else. So, like I said, I'll be there Thursday is when it's supposed to clear up, but I'm coming in that evening. I don't know exactly what time I'm coming in, but Thursday, all fingers crossed, guys. I got a lot going on. You know, I just put out a video. The trailer's being taken care of. My truck's in the shop. But if I have to rent a truck, I'll rent one. I'm pulling the trailer and I'm on my way. And, you know, what we got here? You know, we plan on going up and having fun. So ask your questions so I can give you the answers, because I'm not going to do a bunch of rambling. I'm going to get straight to the point with everyone who has those particular questions. And, you know, they've all been pretty much the same. So I'm just going to wait for you guys to ask. Westside 68 said he was hoping to see the CVO roadglide ST. Now, I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. It's just too new for me. And the reason why I'm saying it's new is because there's not much of the aftermarket yet for that bike. I thought after a few months, guys will be able to try to break the computer. You guys already know. George, All-American-Cycles, has built his motor already, but still there's no real way to get in that computer and really tune it to really see the potential. So that's the thing. I can't just sit around with a stock bike for months. It would drive me nuts. It would drive me nuts. There was a big reason. Being in the spirit like there was a big reason for me not buying it and buying the Road King instead. I really like the Road King, guys. I love the bike. The bike is very fun to ride. I think I made the right decision right now. But if they come out with a new Road King, then I'm gonna have to second guess everything I did. Try not to go too far with that bike just for that reason, but that's why we don't have a CVO Road Glide ST sitting in the garage right now. I might do a video. CVO Road Glide ST and the regular CVO Road Glide, what I think, the VVT versus the non-VVT with a bigger cam, what I think at the end of the day. I got some ideas. I got some things I really think about that, and yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to get my hands on both bikes. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Let the stars align and it'll happen. So what we got? So there it is. There's the questions. All right. So Jason Kimmel said, "Who am I racing first?" I'm gonna start at the top. I don't know. There's a lot of people who want to race me, right? I'm bringing a team of maybe 4 or 5 guys. So we're gonna have to spread the love out. We're going to be racing some subscribers if the stars align. I can't promise it. I've only been just seeing the inboxes saying maybe, let me see the bikes, let's see where we can go. Let's try to figure out which bike we're going to race. And of course, everybody wants to race bipolar. I get it. But, you know, racing for free on top of a lot of these things, you know, is one thing. But if you do something to your bike, you heard it, and all that money you put into it and you raced for free, a lot of guys might see a problem with that. And I'm not going to just say me. I'm just going to say guys are across the board. So a lot of the gambling and stuff like that, I'm not putting that type of stuff on YouTube. But like I said, I always said the belt situation, I would gladly oblige that. But you know, it's all up in the air. Someone said, does he still want smoke? Does Do Work still want smoke? From what I understand, he won't race this bike. From what I guess way to look at things is, you still have to kind of like, if you want to race that bike, you know, we had the whole conversation, I made the whole video. You got to go through him to get to him. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It doesn't make or break me either way. I'm pretty sure that I might be able to line up with other guys and just make it happen. I didn't build my bike for one guy. I'm not coming after just one guy. I mean, after Daytona, my bike will still be able to go out, ride, have fun, race other guys, and be a competitive bike. I bought a trailer just for that reason. Like I said, guys, I want to be able to take my bike out of town, both bikes out of town, and have fun with the both of them. I did not build this bike to be a race bike. Still on a belt, still the same thing. That's not what we're doing with this bike. This is my daily driver, okay? This is what I'm gonna be taking around, cruising around. That's what that bike is. That bike over there has a lot more done to it and a lot more competitive. So that will be the bike that mainly will be raced, especially when I go to these competitive towns. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but there's not a lot of competitive areas. Look, you got Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, New Orleans, I guess. You got Texas, you got Cali. That's where I see the main focus of this thing coming from. I know there's other guys in other places with fast bikes, but they all have to kind of come to the big events. Arizona, they make an event in Arizona, but those are the places where guys come with fast bikes. You might have to drive 10, 12 hours. Yeah, if I'm going to be able to drive 10, 12 hours, I want to be able to get out there with the competitive guys and make something happen. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's kind of like where that sits. Now, I'm going to start going through the comments, and I'll answer them again if I have to. Just in case you just, you know, logged on and watching and want to know what I said 5 minutes ago, and just hang out. Just hang out. I'll probably answer it again. Let's see what we got. Harleys and cigars. He says he's gonna be out there Thursday morning. Good deal. I'll be out there Thursday evening. I'm gonna be trying to keep you guys in track of where I'm gonna be based on the times. Now, I have a lot of things that I have to prioritize that I made arrangements to be at and kind of get into. But after those things are done, I'm back out here. I'm back out and I'm having fun. I'm not going out there to do anything but have fun. Let's see. I don't know if Kelly B. Guy, and I guess he said he's going to be there. I don't think he's, in my opinion, I just don't think he's going to do any racing. I don't know much about his bike. I don't know what he does with his bike. I remember him telling the world that he does cross country more than racing or whatever. So I can't speak for that. But the cat's out the bag. If he shows up, there's guys that want to race. There's guys that are going to say, hey, we want to race your bike. Either say yes or no. No hard feelings if you say no. No hard feelings if you say yes. Just have some fun. But if that's not your angle, that's not your alley, that's not your avenue, do not go down that road. Arizona is in April, I think, right? And I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that. I have to see what the rest of the guys on the team are doing because I don't have that kind of time to be able to drive there. That's a trip for me. I would have to fly in and guys bring the bikes. Then maybe I could do that. But if I can't do that, I will be missing Arizona. Now, that's a trip I want to take. And I actually just want to go there. But I would hate to go without my bike, man. I won't even feel right going without my bike. Let's see what else. I don't know about many of the events going on there. I have an itinerary to try and get to a lot of those places. But I'm going to be basically playing it by ear, guys. Frank said, I would love to take my bike to All-American Cycle. Oh, more stuff popping on All-American Cycles. How long is the wait to get in there? Great channel. Thank you, brother. So the wait is prioritized, man. You call, you make an appointment. I'm guessing you got to give some type of deposit to let people know you're serious and you want to hold a slot. Then it's based off of you. He's going to get you in there when you need to be in there. Might tell you a week, 2 weeks, is these dates good for you, and then you'll be in there. So that's the best way to do it. Guys, if you can't always get to George by phone, Instagram. If you need me to get with him for you, a lot of the times, those guys are very busy, and sometimes that some people don't follow through with what they say they're going to do when they say, hey, I want to make an appointment. So George doesn't just jump. He needs to lock you on a spot, and then it kind of goes from there. And most work, once he has all the parts, when he gives you your date, it only takes a day or two to get it done. I've never seen service that fast or service that good. And I've seen a lot of guys slip in there coming from different places and getting things done when they're in trouble and getting right out of there. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. Kelly B said he's not a racer, but yeah, I was talking big talk and started giving him a hard time, thinking he can outrun me. Well, hey, Chris, I really think that a lot of guys, once you start getting on a platform of like YouTube and people start recognizing you and seeing what you do and things like that, you got to stand up for yourself, but at the same time, you got to kind of stay in your lane. And I think a few times some guys step outside the lane. I'm not the fastest. I never claim to be the fastest. I'll never say that I will beat everybody in the world. But I know if you're a Chihuahua barking at a pit bull, that pit bull is going to eventually snap. You know what I mean? He might let you go the first few times, but eventually that's not going to happen, man. So, as long as everybody stays in their lane. Let me tell you guys something. I didn't come into YouTube for performance. I didn't come into YouTube to say I want to be fast. I didn't come into YouTube for any of that. And I know a lot of guys don't really understand that, but I came into YouTube to show what I do to my bikes. That's it. I didn't expect anybody to say they wanted to race me. But once it started, I had to then say, okay, let me put out a challenge to the YouTube guys. Because some of the YouTube guys are barking and saying they, you know, are X, Y, Z. So, well, let's all get together as a unit and see what's going on here. If you don't have tough skin, this racing thing is not for you. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's see. Let's keep on going. Where's the Mac orange shirts? Stephen, I got you, brother, because I remember you reaching out to me before about a shirt. I got you free if I have your size. If I got your size, I'm bringing shirts to Daytona. If I got it, it's free for you. If you're in Daytona. That's the only way I kind of like give it to you for free. AJ Almighty said, would I consider putting a Avant Black Lowrider ST fairing on my Road King? No. Let me tell you something, guys. I try to keep my bikes as Harley original as possible, right? Not saying that I won't change certain pieces of the body work, not saying that I won't change the wheels. But when you look at that bike, it looks like a Road King. I mean, it looks like a Road Glide. When you look at this bike, it looks like a Road King. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not taking anything away from the parts. I just like to keep my bike very basic, to the point. I buy the things I need. Everybody else, you know, if somebody offers a lot of things for free, they take it, put it on their bike, and then they're kind of like stuck with it. I don't do that. If I like it, I want it. If not, I just don't go that route. And at the end of the day, man, I mean, they're still my bikes. They still, you know, I every now and then, I'll be honest with you guys, if you ask one of these places, if you ask Avant Black, for instance, hey, Avant Black, you know, I'm such and such, trying to do such and such. They might say, hey, here's 10% off. Fine, boom, run with it. Now, a lot of the times I don't ask anybody for anything I buy. They see me using and then they reach out. That's how it happens with a lot of YouTubers as well. So I don't go out just trying to get parts, and have all these different people do all these different things on my bike. I like Avant Black's parts. I like the way they paint. I use them. I got parts for this bike from Avant Black. I got parts from that bike from Avant Black. But that's just the way I roll. So I don't ever want to commit. You know, I might commit. They might offer me one and I get it and I'm like, I feel obligated. So I like to keep the bikes original, keep them just like they are, as much as I can. So if that answers your question, I know it was all around the world, but hey, it is what it is. What we got? A1 Cycles Cash Day in North Carolina. Anyone going? I heard one guy talk about it. I've never seen anything like it, you know, so I don't know too much about it. No, I won't be going to that. Guys, I want you to understand, to get out of Florida from my area is like 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. Now, if I have to start going west and hit the panhandle, you're looking at 8 hours. Man, 8 hours in one state, man, I mean, that's hard work. It's hard work. But let's see. When am I dropping merch? I have to get back in the lab, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I told you before. The last time I did like a set of shirts, for instance. I did a set of shirts and I did different sizes. Now, the shirts came out fine, but then the bigger shirts didn't come out as fine. You know, if you're gonna have wings on the back of the shirt, the size of the shirt kind of has to determine how big the wings are gonna be. But if you leave the wings the same size on a small that goes to a 2, 3X, I got a problem with that. So that's why I'm at a hold up with some merch. What else we got? What cam is in the Road Glide? Chris Calderin. I don't know if you just started watching me, brother, but I don't know. I don't know what cam's in this bike. I don't know what cam's in that bike. And I'm 90% sure. I'm gonna go a little higher, 95% sure. If you get your bike done by a competitive racer, a competitive shop, they don't tell you the cam. Now, they don't give away all their secrets. If you just so happens to find out, that's one thing, but I don't even ask. I tell them I want my bike this fast. That's it. I want XYZ horsepower. That's some guys think, but I don't. I say I want my bike this fast. Whatever he gives me, he gives me. The oil pressure gauge on that bike is a T-Man Performance oil pressure gauge. Jason, I appreciate it. Advent Black 3 times fast, it ain't gonna happen. My mouth's already dry. JP said, Chris, it's a bumpy one. Jason, you be paying attention, man. I appreciate you for that. Get your questions in, guys. You know, I ain't gonna be on too long, but I needed to just clear some things up. Daytona, March 7th. That's a Thursday. That evening, I should be there. All things considered. I don't have my truck. If I have to rent a truck, I'm renting a truck. I just gotta know from the dealership by Tuesday, Wednesday, what's going on with that. And my trailer is getting built. I don't know if you guys watch me on Instagram, but I posted a picture on my story today of how the trailer looks now. And it's getting there, but we got a lot more stuff to put in it. Stuff for convenience. Guys, if I could turn you around and show you all the stuff I got behind this camera for that trailer, you would be amazed. But it's gonna be a nice one at the end of the day. Let's see. Do you think when the Power Vision breaks the ECU codes for the 2024 will be super fast than the 2023 117 ST? Okay. That one is going to be a hard question to answer, but I will say this, it will be faster. The 2024 will by far, and I'm not going to say it's a big jump, but it's going to be faster than the 2023 117s. Remember, it's a lighter bike. Yeah, the technology is a little bit different. The power delivery is a little bit different. So guys always say horsepower, horsepower, horsepower. And I've been telling you guys for a while now, leave the horsepower talk alone. Leave the horsepower talk alone. I know some guys will come back and repeat what I say, but leave the horsepower talk alone, because it doesn't matter how much horsepower you have if it's not delivered the right way, all right? And if you got all this torque at 2,000 RPMs, well, what happens when you have 5,000 RPMs? Now you got a dog. Or you have XYZ amount of horsepower, but you can't use it until second or third gear. So my understanding is a lighter bike is always going to be out accelerate a heavier bike with the same amount of power. Even we'll call it the same amount of power, because I don't know the horsepower numbers just yet. I don't know anybody who has a regular road glide or he said the 117 STs. I don't know anybody who has a 2024 117. I hope I can get one in my hands so I can kind of talk about it, but we'll see. Man, I mean, remember, these bikes just came out, what, a month ago? A month and a half, 2 months ago? Not even. So getting your hands on one is letting somebody play with your bike. Yeah. No, that ain't happening, man. Let's see. Troy in the house. Troy, let the cat out the bag, man. Can I talk about it? Me and Troy are going to be doing a video. I'll tell you guys that. You know Troy. If you know Troy, you know Troy. I'm going to tell you that. Man said, but what size is the front tire on the Road King? The rim is a 21-inch rim. Big Man 7447, if that's what you're asking. That's a 21. Both wheels are 21s. One of this has a ride fender on it. Might look a little bit bigger. When am I leaving Daytona? I might be up there this weekend. Chris, I'm going up the 7th, the evening though. I don't know what time. Remember guys, I'm only 3 hours away. I could easily ride my bikes. I've done it before, but I'm taking both the bikes this time. Probably gonna try and switch back and forth. One day this bike, one day the next bike. I wanna be able to let guys see and hear these bikes in person. Hold on, somebody's saying something. I'm reading. Yeah, I want people to be able to see both bikes. So I gotta get to my Airbnb. I gotta get everything situated, and then I gotta come out to the strip, and I'm like 20-25 minutes away. So I'm gonna try and be there as fast as possible, but I do have a day job. Yeah, I got a day job. Longer videos in the future, more than one upload a week. GMC Sierra 2, hey, that's always a goal of mine. but I have a 9 to 5, man. I work. It's not as easy as some people may seem, and I don't like to bring a lot of dry content. A lot of the times, guys, there's usually an Easter egg dropped in my videos. You just have to be listening for it and catching the message. I don't do these videos just to say, here's some content or watch this person do this. I'm doing it for reasons. If it doesn't make sense, I don't do the videos. That's just my style. So if you started watching me a long time ago, you see the progression, you see the build of these bikes, you see how everything kind of like goes. So when you do, let's say you do go to the shop, you know what to expect. Yeah, I'm just average everyday guy just like everybody else, but I have tried to make sure you guys can see what's going on with these bikes as much as I can. I just don't have all the time in the world to sit up and do videos every day. Yeah, I don't have that time. So let's go. What's the next one? Joshua Trinidad, I appreciate it, my brother. I'm going to be going live. I'm back in the rhythm and trying to get things together. Guys, I've been doing a lot. I've been trying to get a lot of things done for 2024. So the earlier I can start will benefit me later on down the line in 2024. So that's what's going on. What's the third bike in the garage? I've seen it on one of the other videos. It's a Sportster 1200. It's a anniversary edition. It's the 50th anniversary edition. It's a learning bike. My son's gonna learn on this bike. We're gonna sell this bike when we're done. I mean, you know, I don't want to get too far into details on that bike just yet. It's really not gonna be a part of the channel, guys, but you know, it's here. It's very clean, man. It's a very clean bike. It's a 2007, has 13,000 miles on it. So if that's saying something, I can crank it up right now. The idle will run, it does everything. Let's see. All right, so I got some other stuff to answer. Hold on, guys, hold on. Ironic B, man, I hope to see you next weekend. Hey, I'll be there, man. Don't be shy, guys. Come up to me. I have a resting face. It's not inviting all the time. What's up? Shake hands. I'm cool with it. Tell me who you are. I have a good memory. And I have, hey, listen, I have a good memory, especially when it comes to faces. I remember people from where I saw them, and it's annoying sometimes, but it's on point. You tell me your name on here and I read your comment, I'll know who I'm talking to. I just did that the other day to somebody, man, and they were shocked. I'm not gonna tell you who I did it to though. You guys seen them before. You probably scratching your head, but I did it to somebody who came from far away, and I said, oh, I know exactly where I know you from. Let's see. Oh. So what about the buy Mac plate? Have you talked about that yet? No, I haven't. Listen, we real racers know. You can. All right, let me try to make this as friendly as possible. Remember, guys, you gotta understand there's friendly Mac and then there's racer Mac. So I'm still in friendly Mac mode. I still haven't heard anything about accepting the race that I put out there. So now if you're gonna try and do all these antics, it's kind of late in the game to be doing the antics. I don't know if you think it's gonna work, but I still stand where I stand on the race. You race this bike, you get past this bike, you can race that bike. I can't sit up here and say I'm gonna race you on that bike for free anymore, because now all the fun is taken out of it, you know. And it is what it is. We talked about how we kept the comments and all those different things. So that part is out. You can accept the race. I'm not the one that needs a lick back. You know, I'm not the one that needs the get back, guys. I'm just here to race. Win or lose, it is what it is. Guys, can you imagine if I would have lost last year, how it would have looked? How much I would have dealt with? Would I even be able to get a run back? Probably not. But that's another conversation for another day. But my offer still stands. It ain't changed. I mean, like I said, and I spoke this earlier in this live, there are other people who want to race me. There's bigger fish to fry at the end of the day. I don't build my bike for just one person. You won't see me dump money in one bike to just race one guy. My bike will be I will be trying to race my bike throughout the year. Whether I can make a lot of it happen or not is the question, but I will absolutely be trying. I want that bike to be competitive. I won't waste time with that bike. When this bike is more of a fair race, I mean, it is what it is. Also, I don't do a lot of back and forth. If we're playful doing it, fine. You guys don't understand how much I filter the page, the comments and stuff like that, because I'm not just doing this for me and one other person. I want everybody else to join in and have fun. If you do it or not do it, at least come out and it's still fun. Get content. This is what these bikes are about now. These bikes aren't about just taking long, drawn out rides. No. Everybody's showing how much performance. Tell me one YouTuber who has, 20,000 or better subscribers that aren't doing performance things to their bike along the way. Everybody, that's the name of the game all of a sudden. It became a trend. I came in the game knowing I was going to do it. And now, a lot of people were doing it before me, and now a lot of people do it after me, and I can tell where it's going. So to keep it friendly and keep it fun, I came up with the belt conversation. Remember that? And then, we keep it between us, and then that didn't happen. So now I'm like, okay, well, if you want it that bad, then this is how it's got to happen. You can choose to accept it or not, no skin off my back. There will be other people trying to join in on this fun who aren't YouTubers. I'm not a host of an event, so I can't say, guys, go out here and do it or don't do it, and that's not me. If you guys can find something that's going on and invite me, I will show up, and I'm gonna lead the conversation there. I'm not liable, all right? And that's what I'm gonna tell you. You seen the dude, Go Getter says, you seen the dude by the name of Regular, then join your account with his bike. No, I haven't seen him. What bike is to my right? That's the Sportster 1200 50th anniversary edition. Let me keep on going. My goal is to get a learner cruiser, then eventually get a Harley, kind of stepping away from the street bikes. 876 vlogs, that's probably a good idea, my friend, and I'm going to tell you why. I did sport bikes for over 20 years, and I'm talking about going extremely fast on sport bikes, riding bikes for other people, jockeying, doing all these different things, and I've never had as much fun as when I threw my leg over a cruiser. Once I started getting the performance of the cruiser, the miles on the cruiser started going up. Like, I was always wanting to be on it and ride it more. Not because it's just, trying to twist the throttle and go fast. Well, if I don't want to twist the throttle and go fast, I'm still enjoying the ride. I'm still going to where all these places and having fun with, all these different people. So it's a good idea, good idea to get yourself a cruiser and then make it fast. So what else we got? All right, quick question. Up in the Northeast country, do you get work on AllamericanCycles asking for customer support on these bikes? So Ironic IB said he has a question. He's up in the northeast of the country. Do you personally see it viable to get work done at AllamericanCycles, asking for customer support? I know, for these bikes. So I don't bash shops. If there's a shop close to you and you feel like they're reliable and you've seen good product come out of their shop, if you're that far away, go to their shop. Get the experience. If something doesn't turn out right, then you got to come down to AllamericanCycles. If you want to skip the middle and get something that, you feel like, this is a delicate build, okay? You want whatever you want. I don't know. You feel like you want to get this thing done once, you want it right, you don't want nothing, no issues, I would advise you to take the trip to AllamericanCycles, just because the peace of mind. That's just me. I'm not saying any of these other shops are not good. I'm not saying these guys that do personal builds at their houses are not good. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it for the average guy it's a good idea. Now I'm gonna move on from that. Yeah. All right, that man can't even build. Who does that? Christopher said that. Christopher Ashley says, that man came to your builder. Who does that? I guess if you can't beat him, join him. And you guys know who he's talking about because that's what he said. I won't talk. I won't touch it. I said my piece. I'm not touching it. The worst thing you can do, and especially having a YouTube platform, is to bash or disrespect. I don't do either. Not my thing. I win or lose. It is what it is. I shake your hand at the end of the day. You won. You got it. See you next year. See you whenever. That's all it's about for me. There's so many different types of people and personalities when it comes to racing. You just never know what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with. So you got to just know how to deal with everybody on the same, kind of like try to keep everybody on the same level. I'm treating everybody with respect, and you leave it at that. What do you think about the new 24s? Back to the 24s. I'm gonna make a video about this, guys. It's been asked a few times, and I'm gonna give you a sketch, all right? A rough draft of what I'm talking about in this video. I've already pretty much put one together, but I'm gonna tell you this. If you have a 103 or older, scratch that. If you have a 107 with nothing done to it and older, it's time for a 2024. I'm only saying that because technology has changed so much. There's not much that older bike is gonna do, and I'm not talking about speed. I'm talking about just overall bike. It's not gonna compete with that new bike. Harley has changed the game. Now everybody says, oh, you know, Indian and all these other companies have already been on that advanced over Harley. Yeah, you can say that all you want, but they're not doing what Harley's doing, man. Listen, everybody comes with gadgets and gadgets. Harley by far, and I've ridden these bikes, Harley by far is ahead of the game. I don't care what you say, who you're dealing with. You look at that bike, and when that monitor comes on, that's what made me get rid of my 107. So I had a 2018 with a 107, and it had that older style radio, the one with the actual push button on the radio. When I saw the 114s come out with the newer radio, I was like, are you kidding me? I have to have it. And I tried to talk myself out of it because I was like, well, what if I need to push a button and I got on gloves? The button won't press. I'm an idiot. Nah, that's not true. They make it so if you have on gloves, you can push the button, and clearly that's what happened. I got rid of the whole bike and started all over. It is what it is. 2024s are where it's at. The only problem with the 2024, there's no aftermarket for it right now. The aftermarket is catching up. Remember, these guys are trying to get these bikes in so they can do X, Y, Z to them and build all these parts. But a lot of parts are interchangeable, but they still have to break the computer. They still have to show you guys how to work a lot of these features on this bike, man. Features is a must. That's all I got for you on now. Free game Sundays, baby. Free game on Sundays. No, man, we haven't raced yet. Listen, the BuyMac license plate, he's going to have to turn it around, okay? That's a license plate you're going to have to, if you lose, what do you do then? You're going to turn it around, you're going to get rid of it, you're going to cut it up, you're going to like, what's the point? Everybody's confident until somebody sits next to you. Keep going, keep going. What we got? What we got? He says, sorry, I just jumped in, and it's a gorgeous bike from, as it is just back from Daytona, but we are talking about a certain individual, aka race the game over. Guys, I know you didn't understand that. We're moving right on. I commented on your video about that. Not worth your time anymore. Racing copy doers can't keep proving yourself. Yeah, so guys, I'll tell you this as well, okay? And this is the last time. If you didn't catch any of this conversation, you're just gonna have to rewatch this this live. I'm not the type of guy that wants to do the back and forth. If there's bad blood and there's already some like brewing, and in my racing experience for over 20 years, it's better to not even do the race. Now, if people come to an agreement and you feel like at the end of the day, you didn't lose anything, if at the end of the day there's no animosity in that, do the race. It's a race. But remember this, you're on YouTube. You got thousands of people looking at you. There's thousands of opinions out there. You might have subscribers and you might have subscribers, and now you're letting the subscribers like have it out with each other. I'm not for that. That's not what I'm here for, guys. Listen, people want to come at me all the time, and you guys probably don't understand like how many people have called me out for races. I haven't made it to Daytona yet, and my DMs on Instagram have been blowing up. When are you getting there? We want to race. Shows a picture of the bike. Oh, we want to race. I got guys that are not telling me that they're going to be there and they want to race, but I'm hearing it from behind, somebody else's back. Hey, it is what it is. All we can do is go out there and try to have fun. My main thing is I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to just sit up here and race 40 people. It's not practical. It's not smart. I'm bringing my bikes. If I see a situation that looks attractive, I will take the situation and have fun. If that's not the case, you let it go. Doesn't matter to me. If I would have lost last year, and you would have told me they didn't want to race me, oh well. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. At the end of the day, I'm not a young kid. I've been doing this a long time, man. I have a lot of racing under my belt. I know how the game goes. I know what it takes to win. I know how people try to get in your head. I know all those tricks. It really doesn't work. I've had people barking in my face and then we race. And then we shake hands afterwards. People try to get you out your character. They try to get you out your game. It doesn't really work with me. But nobody likes when, if you say something and you can back it up, a lot of people don't like that. Hey, it is what it is, man. But done. Woo-sa. Let's go answer some more questions. What else we got? I want to read some of these comments, but I can't because they say names, and I'm not going to say it no more. I'm done. I can't say it no more. T-Man, you had T-Man Performance? Is that what you're saying? It says Wrench Fury. Or you saying you were with T-Man? Good people though, man. Good people. Make a good product. Make a hell of a good product. So guys, once again, I'm going to make it to Daytona. Thursday, I am really trying to be there. It will be Thursday evening. I have a job. I go to work. I will be trying to make it there Thursday evening. If all the stars align, I will be there Thursday evening. If not, because I'm pulling a trailer, if not, and I don't have my truck at this very moment, it's in the shop getting work done, and I'm talking about recall work and whatever else they got to fix on my truck. Damn you damn you Ram, because they're not Dodge anymore. Damn you Ram right now. They had to get some recall work done on my truck. If that's not the case, man, if I got to rent a U-Haul truck with 2 seats in it and I'm in that thing like this, I will do it. I will be pulling my trailer and I'll be getting there. Now my trailer's in the shop now. Guys, I should have probably tried to get it in there right away, and I did as soon as possible. So he's got work to do. I've got work to do. I got to get a few things together. The bikes are pretty much ready to go. Like I said, the stars got to align and I'll be there right on time. I have an itinerary that I have to kind of follow. So before I can have all the fun I want, I have to get a few things done. I have guys coming with me. So we're going to be trying to just like pass through all these different spots. We got 2 days, 2.5 days to do these things. And I'm not just on my own. I'll say that again. So if the guys want to go somewhere, I'm with the guys. If I say, hey guys, I gotta go somewhere, they're probably gonna come with me because that's the kind of pack I got this time, man. We're gonna be deep. We're going to be deep. If you hear a bunch of rumbling, it's some All-American Cycle built bikes. We're coming to have fun. We're coming to have fun. I'm gonna keep repeating that. Fun. There's nothing personal between me and anybody out there. So if you guys do want to come up and say what's up, if I don't look like I'm happy, trust me, I am. I'm a friendly guy. Come up, say something, look at the bike. I'll check your bike out. You got some questions, something that, you know, a lot of people don't like to say on here. I'll be happy to kind of like give you some of my attention. Not to say that I hold all the answers, but you know, it is what it is. Guys, don't forget. I almost forgot. I'm still doing my giveaway. I tried to figure out a way to do the giveaway and be able to bring the products to Daytona. Now, watch this. Just hang out. So to figure out how to do the giveaway, and it costs nobody $1, this is what I came up with. There's like 100 little balls in here. And to make it fair, because I'm not doing the whole thing where everybody picks a number, I'll spin this thing, the number will come out, watch. Oh God, there it is. The number will come out, right? And I'll be giving everybody a chance to get this. Guys, you guys can see, you would have had 062. I will do the numbers. Don't worry about the letters so much, I'm just doing the numbers. 1 through 100 probably. Make it happen. I think this is simple. I think it can't get no better than this. Nobody can say I cheated. Nobody can say I'm biased. Nobody can say anything. I'll spin it twice. That's it. So I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. I just gotta figure out when. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. If I go back live, guys, get on. I'm gonna try and do a couple. If nobody gets it, we keep going. I do want to get somebody these seats. What else we got? What else we got? If you're going to be in Daytona, if you're going to be somewhere specific and you're going to be hanging out and you look like, and you think it's a good, you know, little situation for me to show up, Instagram. I know most of the guys here got Instagram. Hit me on Instagram. Say, hey, come over here. This is where it's going down. We're having fun. Everybody's doing their thing. That's the places I want to be. Let's see. Peter from Canada. Hey, man, I've been seeing a lot of Canadians, a lot of guys from Canada coming down to All-American Cycles. Yep. That's saying something, man. That's saying something. Listen, me and George don't do a lot of videos. George is busy. I'm busy. So I think the groundwork has been done already. I think it's pretty much been set to where you guys kind of trust All-American Cycles. That man has proven time and time again that he builds good quality bikes. And he takes care of you. He don't care where you come from. He'll accommodate and make sure you can get in and get out on your time too. Now you got to give him his time to get everything together. But once you get there, it's a good turnaround. It's not months. It's not having your bike down for weeks and then you got to come back. No, he goes off your schedule. If you say you're going to come back in a month or so, because not everybody can just, you know, show up, he accommodates. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Guys, if you ever come to the shop, ask for me. If I'm not there, usually I'm there like every other day. I try to come, like pass through, say what's up. I usually catch people there. A lot of subscribers come through. Guys, remember this. When guys come to that shop, especially from out of town, they don't like to give all their business out. They don't like to talk about their numbers. They don't do all that stuff. So it's not just me. It's not just me. Let's see. Probably gonna change if you. All right, Demetrius Bass. I'm gonna say your last name is Bass and not Bass. He said, "Hey man, I still have a 103. Don't put us down like that. What upgrades do you recommend for a twin cam? Probably going to change the cam in the near future." Demetrius Bass. I'm sorry, Demetrius Bass. Don't take this the wrong way. I got nothing against the 103. But get an M8. Get an M8, man. Listen, you can't deny the M8. Now, the 103 has proven its point. It got us to the 114s. It got us there. That was the starting point. We can't take anything away from it. But the 103 had its day. You still can make some decent power with that bike, but you're spending a lot of money. You're spending the money, and it might not be what you're expecting. I know a lot of the guys used to go with the 120 motors. You know, you can put a 124 in that bike, but do you want to spend that type of money? You know, if you're not looking at 10 grand, you know, if you just want some sound, fine, do a cam. I don't have a cam that I recommend, guys. I never recommend cams because I don't know what you're looking for. And to say a cam to go in a 103, first of all, you got to get 2 cams. So you're better off asking who's going to build your bike. When you find out who's building it, ask them what cam. Yeah. 103 guys, more power to you though. Yeah, the 120R, man, the 120R. It was just the 103 was like a, you know, the bike was reliable, just hot, just like the power wasn't there until you did, you know, a lot of work to it, man. When you can take a M8, a 114, and do a stage 2 and make more power, I mean, it's like telling me Mayweather is. Preston, don't do that, man. All right, so Preston said, he said, just tell him you're the Mayweather of racing, and the bag ain't big enough. And what he's basically saying is, you got to bring more to the table to get in the ring. And like I said, guys, I mean, it's usually just talk. I'm just BSing, you know. I'll say it again. I only came up with the fastest super thing because come out and show it. Come out and have fun with it. I mean, we ain't taking none of this serious, man. We don't do this for a living. That is not the way, I'm sure, you know, some of these guys, I mean, maybe now some of these guys are making their money that way, but a lot of us are not making our money off of YouTube. Imagine, I don't even want to say what I got in 2 bikes, but in those 2 bikes, man, I mean, that's somebody's salary. Yeah, be honest with you. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just got a 107 2018 Road Glide. Very nice. Hope to see you and get a 114 as well. Hey, did you try out the new CVO ST? I did. It's like a super bike. Hey, the proof is there, man. I mean, yes, you're going to have guys that hate on the new bikes, new technology, the way these bikes look, the price point. But I don't see the price being much different than the older CVOs, last year's CVO. But this year's CVO has a ton more into it. It's worth the money. I don't know enough about the 117s, just the standards. I don't know enough about them to say, oh, I'll just grab a 117 over this 121s. I don't know enough. But if I know Harley, the aftermarket for the 117s should be pretty good. Should be decent. Should be decent. And I'm gonna say this. It should be along the lines of whatever you can do with the 121s, just like the 107s and the 114s and the 117s. I'll say that. That's the builder and tuner, the best. Yeah, most definitely. He said, ask your builder, your tuner, for the parts. That's always going to be the case, because I tell you one thing, they put it on your bike, you don't like it, I'm to blame. He puts it on your bike, you don't like it, he's to blame. But if he's done it, he knows what you're going to be able to get. You can say, hey, you're going to get 110 horsepower out of this, or 105 horsepower out of this. But you're going to sacrifice this, or, you know, that's more of the conversation you want to have. If you say, hey, I just wanted to make it sound like, you know, it's about to jump off the kickstand, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. So, guys, I mean, I think I covered everything. I think I covered everything. This is gonna get it done. From now on, I'm keeping it simple, man. I'm keeping it simple. There'll be no, hey, that guy probably paid you. Nah, there won't be any of that. You'll be able to see. The balls won't lie. Okay. Yeah, George is going to make my 35 right. Of Laura, like he did a 19 beast ball. So the guy just said he has a 135. He wants to up the 135. He wants to take it to All-American and let them put, sprinkle that seasoning on it. Hey, did you install the carbon fiber wheels on the Road King? It looks sick. Yeah, I took it to All-American-Cycles and they did the install. There's a video out there on it, so if you want to check out the page, appreciate it. Hit the like. Make sure you're subscribed. I think you must be subscribed the way you're, because you're on the live. Vernon, what's up? What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Anybody else coming to Daytona? Go ahead and chime in right now. I will be at several events. Like I said, I'll say it one more time. I have an itinerary that I have to kind of like follow. I think Friday and Saturday are going to be my days for the itinerary. Thursday is probably going to be too late. I don't get there until that evening. I'll be hanging out on the strips, going to get stuff to eat. But I got to go get settled at my Airbnb. I'm like 30 minutes, 30 minutes away from the from International Drive. That's another thing, guys. If you find a way to stay on International Drive, God bless you, because most of those guys have stayed there the year before and they just rebook. So it's kind of hard for the rest of us to get in there. And I don't even want to do it anymore. I like to drive in, be able to drive out, you're sitting up, you're not doing much riding. So the ride in and ride out is usually a good thing for me. I'm trying to take a few of those little rides that everybody talks about while you're in Daytona. It's one that looks like you're going through the Everglades. You got the swamps on each side. Going up A1A, I'm going to be taking those types of rides, getting some footage. Guys, I just bought a new camera. Now, you guys know how I am. I do not do the vlogging business. I cannot do the talking and riding type deal. It's too hot. I got to close my helmet to do that. It's just not me. It's just not me. I can take you and bring you through the turns. I can put the camera on the speedometer so you can see that thing go through the gears. That's the best I can do. There's a question being asked. Are you still working on the trailer? Yes. Check out my Instagram. Go to my Instagram real quick. There's a picture that should still be up of how far we've come on the trailer. It's still a work in progress, but it's making progress. For me to do my own trailer, guys, it would take me a week. It would. Honestly, I don't have the time during the day to sit there and be able to, because I work. I don't have the time during the day to be able to work on it. Paint has to dry. Paint has to dry again. Paint has to dry again. Yeah, you're looking at a whole day of painting. So, different things like that. Fathead said, how do I like the new exhaust? It's decent. It's decent. I'm gonna get to that. The exhaust is decent. It's a different sound, man. It's a different sound. It's more throaty when you're in it, but when you're just chilling, it sounds more tamed. Yeah, I'll say that. It sounds more tamed than the Thunderheader. The Thunderheader lets it all out, man. Whatever's going on in that motor, you're gonna hear it coming out of that Thunderheader. That bike is more subdued. But once I twist it, it sings its song. I don't know how you guys can't see it. I was totally against that raw color until I put it on the bike, because I was gonna do it black. But once I put it on the bike, I'm leaving it like that. That raw color, I really, really, really like it. So. It does its job, though. Oh, yeah, it does its job. He said the blue lights are out more than normal. Just a pre-warning. It was really bad today than ever. I got pulled over last year up there, man. I pulled out of, like, one of the events and didn't have glasses on. And I didn't have glasses on because it was night and I only had my sunshades. Didn't have my helmet, wasn't far from the hotel, and there's no excuse. You pull me over, they got me. Hey, I can't, hey, I take the blame. That's it, it is what it is. Guys, leave those glasses in your saddlebags, get you clear, get you dark if you're not gonna wear a helmet. If I don't know where I'm going 99% of the time, I'm wearing a helmet when I go down, when I'm going to Daytona. So the thing is, we don't want our helmets getting taken. I can't even show you my helmet, it's over there, but yeah, when you got your cardos or whatever you have on your helmet to talk, really. If you have that on your helmet, you don't want to just leave that anywhere. So a lot of guys just don't bring a helmet at all, and a lot of times they're only cruising up and down the beach. So let me see. Hey, John Thickpen, you talking my talk. He said if you might get bored out there, so you might want to bring a fishing rod. I am. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm gonna bring my fishing rod. I'm bringing my truck, hopefully, and all my little spots I see off the side of the road. Boop, let me get right in there, man. I'm gonna have a good time. Paul, you're gonna have to rewatch this live, brother. You gotta rewatch this live, man. I answered that question like 4 times, right? And I said I wasn't gonna answer no more today. Let's see what else we got. Everybody's asking the same question that I asked. They're asking if I'm racing. Rewatch the live, brother. Rewatch the live. Don't worry, I'm done in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and you'll find out exactly what's gonna happen. What else we got? Guys, like I said, I'm cutting out of here Thursday. I should be there Thursday evening or that night. And I plan on having fun Thursday night, all night into Friday morning, and then I'm gonna sleep this much, and then I'm gonna get up and do it again. I'm gonna sleep probably that much again. And it's gonna be a good weekend for me. I'm bringing a bunch of guys with me, man. We plan on having fun. We are hanging out. They said, when I get my 2024, what color will it be? Now, I got 3 bikes in the garage right now. I don't have room for one more, man. Now, you guys might say, hey, get rid of the Road King, but I love the bike. It's a fun bike to ride. I couldn't get rid of that bike. They would almost have to drop a 2024 off in my driveway for me to say, you know what, let me make some space for it, because I ain't going out to buy it. I can't do it right now. Not right now. What center stand I have on my bike? I don't have a center stand. Matter of fact, I don't have an extra one. I have them sitting on something. Yeah, I have them sitting on something so they look, you know, I like when I come in and I like the bike sitting up nice and tall, chest out. Man. So, yeah, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. I'm just going to make sure there's no more questions. He said, well, Mayweather said, bring the bag. Yep. So that's it for me, guys. I appreciate you. Watch, join, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. You know, I don't like animosity. You know, I'm just an average guy, man. Just like to have some fun with his motorcycles. So Sundays I will be going live. I'll even be going live the Sunday after Daytona. I hope you guys can make it out there. I will be going and probably trying to drop like little lives of where I'm going to be every few hours. I want guys to show up. I want guys to hang out. I've always told you guys this is going to be an epic, big Daytona. The weather's just not great right now, but come Thursday, it's supposed to get better. So all those young guys, all those new bikes, all those new Harley owners are going to be out there. All the performance bagger guys will be out there. I'm even going to the Speedway. I will be out and going into the Speedway this year. Yeah, I'm going. All right, guys, till next time. Peace.